Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Hello, welcome if you are new to our soul family, our soul tribe. I'm very happy you are here, and welcome to your, how's that camera doing? Welcome to your messages from your person. This is a no contact and or in separation reading. Now, it is not specifically a twin flame reading. It is not specifically a soulmate reading. It is a no contact and or in separation reading. So if you are in a twin flame, on a twin flame journey, excuse me, or this is in regard to your soulmate, and by the way, your twin flame can also be a soulmate, then this is the reading for you. If you have found yourself here, it's because there are messages for you. So hello, and let's get into it. Please remember, this is a general reading. Take what is for you and let the rest go. That is too many. Yeah. Okay. I do have playlists down below. If you are, in fact, on a twin flame journey, they're very long, very in-depth readings. You can get to them in the description as well as on the channel. I also have a playlist for no contact and or in separation pick a cards. Those are also down below if you want to go and check those out. Yeah, that's it. That was strange. It was very much calling to me. And lastly, of course, all zodiac signs. Those are no contact and or in separation readings. If you want to go and check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, as well as your person to get a better view of what is going on, I do recommend your rising sign first and then your sun sign, but I know a lot of you are so used to watching your sun sign. So whatever you want to do, it really will help you get a better overall view as to what is going on in your connection. Let me get this situated so it is straight. If you watch my readings regularly, you're probably used to that. I do get a little bit, I guess anal's the right word, about getting things straight, but you know, I never do, so that's how that goes. This is also sticking out and waiting for you. Let's get your last of your reading down and your overall energy and get started. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you please guide whoever has arrived here today seeking messages from their person? We thank you for your clarity, for your guidance. Aho. Okay, so that is yours. This is also yours, and that is yours. Okay, so that's how it goes. Let's get your overall energy. Overall energy, please show us the card. Aho. And here we go. By the way, we are, of course, this is your channeled love messages reading, channeled song messages reading, your channeled tarot reading, and your channeled oracle reading. However, we have the Page of Cups, overall energy. I have quite a few, did I say quite a few? Quite a few cards around me, more tarot, more oracle, Lenormand, angel cards, a lot going on. So we'll see if anything else wants to come in for clarity, perhaps bringing in some new insight or to validate a reading. Let's get started and get your cards turned over. We have the King of Cups, Pisces energy, your very first card coming down. We also have the Knight of Cups, Scorpio energy. This is the Princess Charming card. The Nine of Swords, Gemini energy, right here in the partnership placement, as well as the Strength card, Leo energy. Of course, we've got that Gemini energy there. Interesting. I don't know that this has ever come down in a reading in this particular deck. Wow. Okay, so we'll get into that in just a moment. Did I just pick that up? Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Look at that right next to the Page of Cups. Interesting. So somebody is watching somebody, but there's a whole lot more going on there. We also have the Four of Cups, Cancer and energy, and what is going on in the naughty corner. What is the naughty corner, you ask? The Four of Swords, Libra energy. This is where your person's energy goes. A lot of times it can be energies from the past of breadcrumbing and ghosting. It can also be really current energies. It can be everything. I say the naughty corner in jest, but it really is where the energy has evolved over time to go to the Nine of Cups coming through Pisces energy. That is the wishes fulfillment card. Interesting. And it's right here in the Nine of Cups. Okay, let's get into this reading. I want to begin by talking about your overall energy, the Page of Cups. One of the things that I'm really feeling here as I look down at your reading, and in particular as I connect here with the Page of Cups for you, is the friendship. I feel that the friendship between you was really the connecting factor. For a lot of you, you were friends first, or that's just something here in this partnership. And what is coming through here as the overall energy is getting back to that, kind of like getting back, I want to say, to the basics, and just really seeing it with fresh eyes, seeing each other in a way that you haven't, and being able to reconnect that way. Now, one of the things I want to talk about too that's really interesting here is I feel like your person was not really, well, there is a sense of emotional immaturity that I do feel is changing now, of your person not really wanting to go too deep emotionally. And that's where we can see that here in your very first placement with your King of Cups. They were really holding back, which is very interesting because it's the exact opposite, I feel, of what is going on now. And that's also coming in with the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, this sort of maturity going on. They've been contemplating a lot, realizing what they want. We see that here in the Nine of Cups, what their wishes are, what they're hoping for. But first of all, one of the things with your person here in this reading is they were, and I say were because I feel like that's changing somewhat, leading a lot more with their head, not so much as their heart. We see here in this particular King of Cups card, they're holding on to this ship and they're managing to keep it balanced despite the really rough waters. And of course, that is your person holding it in. Really, despite the heavy waters, just steady, withstanding every single wave crashing here up against them, really focused too on holding that in. So I do feel that your person was emotionally holding back quite a bit here. Now, what's interesting is this is actually quite a positive card. I do feel your person has been acting with their head, less with their heart for a really long time. But what's interesting too is this is an indication of the emotional maturity that I feel like is coming in now, more so than the past. And we see that maturity happening before our eyes with the Page of Cups, with the Page of Swords. And we also see that here with the Knight of Cups. Now, this is Scorpio energy. One would say the Prince Charming card, so to speak. Now, your person, I feel, has been really thinking for a long time. In this separation, I do feel that they took probably longer than you wanted. We see here as they come to you, look, this little duck here offering that umbrella in the rain. You're not really looking. A little bit apathetic there, feeling like the separation has been going on. And I also feel your emotional needs were not being met. You're not really trusting your person entirely, which we also see in the Nine of Swords. But we see here in the Nine of Cups, your person here, now I want to say your person, there's no gender in tarot, of course you know that, but I feel your person is really strongly in here with the stars illuminating what it is that they want, what it is that you had together, and connecting with their emotions in a way that they were not before. Now, your person did break your heart. That's pretty clear here. And it might even have been that there was a little bit of not just game playing, which we can also see in the Page energy. It could have been for some of you, that there were other people, a little bit of playing. I want to say game. What do I want to say? A player. That's not for everybody at all, but definitely some. And I gotta say too, with that Page energy, it feels like some of the emotional things that went on, there is that innocence factor that does come through in the Page of Cups, because I really think it was just more about emotional immaturity. But we see that here in the Knight of Cups, that is changing, and they're really getting away from hiding their feelings, as we see here in the Nine of Cups, and coming here with our, the King of Cups, coming here with the Knight of Cups. My question is, are you going to be there? Because I feel here, I feel that the friendship is really strong, and this is a really positive indication that if you both get on that same page and have communications, which I feel your person hasn't wanted to have, that there is still a lot of hope in this partnership. We also see that here in the Four of Swords with that particular white feather coming down from your guardian angels, representing a lot of hope. I do feel your person still has that, and I feel that you do as well, but you might be having a hard time trusting your person at the moment. We see here in the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy, of course, that it has been really keeping you awake at night. I gotta tell you, I also think it's been keeping your person awake at night. And it's kind of funny, but there are a lot of eyes there. And I really feel like your person here in the Four of Swords really has been having a lot of eye-opening moments, so to speak. They haven't been feeling great either. They really regret something that has gone on here, but also regretting not showing you their feelings when they felt their feelings. There is a lot of guilt. There is some remorse. So I do feel something went on here. It could be that there was another person in your person's life, more than one, but also I want to say you, because there's this feeling too that's coming through with your person. And this is your partnership placement, by the way, and you are both here, of a little bit of insecurity that maybe they also were not feeling good enough, which is interesting because I don't know if you really realize that. But we can see here also in the Nine of Swords that your person was not dealing with the lack of communication, with their lack of communication. I feel the person here could be younger. It's not going to be for everybody, but definitely was holding back emotionally, has or had. I want to say has still, because your people are people, and there's so much changing that can go on, of course, and maturing. I do feel that regardless of age. I just feel emotional maturity. But inherently, of course, we are who we are at the core. But I do feel here that your person is really aware of that and has been contemplating their life, looking back at the relationship. And that's what I want to talk about here as well. Here in that Four of Swords, they really, by the way, well, I'm going to talk about the Four of Cups in just a moment. It's kind of interesting. I was sort of, Spirit wanted me to switch over to the Four of Cups, but yeah, I'm going to stay here at the Four of Swords. Libra energy. I feel like your person has been here. I'm going to go over there because are the messages that are coming in right now. I want to say to you, this is the naughty corner again. And it really is just a place where your person's energy goes, and it can be real heavy in this area. So, but you're here as well. But it's very strong here in this Four of Swords energy, right here with this Nine of Cups. It's such an interesting combination, but it really is telling the story of what has been going on with your person. There has been a lot of space that's been taking. They have been thinking about what it is they want in this partnership, also just in their lives in general. Now I want to say to you, these feathers here, look, coming from the divine, really the guardian angels sending them down, this hope here. There's one that has been grabbed onto, and the moon, of course, illuminating all of these thoughts that your person has had, having a chance to, not have any distractions. So it could be that your person was recently away somewhere, not necessarily the case, doesn't need to be, but really thinking about what it is they want. And we see that here. What is that? It's the Nine of Cups, Pisces energy. Now, what's really interesting here is we see this floral kind of a wreath on this person's head that really does represent a reunion and love and growing together and coming closer together too. And that's what I want to tell you. I feel like your person wants to get close to you again because they're realizing what this partnership is to them. But as I said, I'm just wondering for you, I do feel a really strong friendship here, but I feel a lot of disappointment. We also see that here in the Nine of Swords, a lot of hurt, a lot of disappointment, confusion as well. Your person does have regret and remorse. And as I said, I feel here that they're kind of growing up in some ways. And look what's interesting here too with the Page of Swords. The Nine of Cups would be, as we would say, the wish fulfillment card. There's a whole lot more to the Nine of Cups than just the wish fulfillment. However, that is coming through strong. And look at here with the Page of Swords, which is your person holding that dandelion, which is exactly that, making a wish here. And also really seeing the bigger picture of what it is that they want in love, what it is that they want in their life as a whole, but with you. We see it here in the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Your person has really been realizing a lot here. And again, with this Page of Swords, they're standing on all these books here and holding this dandelion that really is about going way deeper into what it is they really want, and also what some things I feel like that are coming through that need to stop. So that for some of you, that is involving other people, but also again, that emotional maturity that is happening, I feel really like we see it here in the Page of Swords, but the connection to what it is that they're wishing for and the hope is very strong that it is you. Now, what I want to say to you about that is very interesting, but not surprising that right below it is the Four of Cups, Cancer and energy. And I really do feel this is you. And I do want to say one thing. When I talk about zodiac energies, it can be that you're coming through, your person's coming through, what's in your chart, but it really is a lot about the zodiac energy in general. So if you don't hear particular signs you're listening for, don't worry about it. Now, what I want to say here too is with the Page of Swords and the Four of Cups, I do feel that there may have been a little bit, because there's such a strong friendship here, that there may have been some bickering that kind of got out of hand, some arguments, and also this feeling of your needs not being met, but I feel like you guys were not really talking a lot about them. Maybe here in this Knight of Cups also, you kind of just assumed that they knew, and what you did express, they were not emotionally handling well. That's very clear that they were running from their emotions. So with your person coming back here, look, offering this umbrella, as you sit here in the rain, really preoccupied about everything that is going on here. You're not really paying attention to the duck of all things. You're very indifferent to what I feel is your person coming here and saying, look, it's a peace offering. It really is a peace offering. And I got to say something to you if this is what you want. In this particular reading, your person has a lot of regret, a lot of remorse. I do feel that they're wanting to come here and make this peace offering. And it does feel hopeful because there is a really solid foundation here, I feel, with the Page of Cups. You see this person here is having kind of a moment with this fish. This really is representative of an emotional connection. It really is bonding. And that is the friendship that you had. And that is the friendship that I feel is still there. And that if you're going to pursue it, the two of you, if you're going to take this umbrella, and here in this Knight of Cups, that has a lot of potential to be renewed, to get back to the basics here, is what I want to say. Seeing things from fresh eyes, seeing each other's point of view. I feel like that friendship is still there and able to be nurtured. That's what I want to say to you. Also, it does come through here. For some of you, this is a partnership that began when you were younger, or there is a real sense of connection in that way. It's interesting because we don't see the Six of Cups here, but that energy is coming through. It is it's interesting also because I don't hear or feel a lot of, I don't feel any like arguments and screaming and that sort of thing. But what I do feel kind of in that way is I feel emotional needs not being met and some backlash from that, I guess you could say. Crying and wanting the other person to see, and I feel like that's you, see your side, but they were not seeing your side. Frustration. I feel your frustration here. But there is such a strong sense of friendship too, and that is why I feel like you're here today and why this connection really does have a lot of promise, because I don't think that has gone, but you have had this separation. And you do need your person to communicate. That's what I want to say to you. And that's the other thing. I didn't really talk a lot about that here, right below the Nine of Swords with the Strength card. And you see this young woman here. She has cat ears. She has a cat tail. And she's holding this lion, kind of keeping it under control. And what's interesting is it really is combining here with what your person has been doing, and that has been holding back how they feel about you and their emotions. Even if something happened, and for some of you, there may even have been another person that came into the picture, and you were, because that's the other thing I want to tell you, there is a little bit here with the Nine of Swords. There's a little bit of jealousy possibly coming in here. Some just not trusting. Now, I do feel that comes from your person's side, but I do feel it could be that you were doing some testing with your person and kind of waiting for them to react. And they weren't, because they were really holding back here. I mean, there's a lot of passion for you, a lot of emotion for you, a lot of respect and admiration also coming through for you. But I feel here in the Strength card, here coupled with the King of Cups, that your person was, holding it back. That was sort of tamed and subdued, and they were restraining themselves here. And it was driving you crazy. It feels really that you were kind of wanting your person to react, and they weren't. So that is a lot of stuff that is coming up that has been going on while you were together, and while you're going to come back together. I do think it's going to come up again. There's a really strong bond here, but there are a lot of repressed emotions on your person's side. And I kind of feel like, as I said, on your side too, because you have felt like you're not being heard. You weren't being, your person wasn't acknowledging their feelings for you. And it was, you weren't able to communicate. So there is a really strong feeling of apathy coming through here in the Four of Cups. So that, I feel it can be overcome. And I really feel that that is what your person is wanting. But what I want to say in this reading is that what you're still wanting here? I do feel with these conversations, and it does, of course, feel like a lot more than one, but one really in particular, there is a lot of hope here in this connection, but emotional needs were not met. So that's something that's really quite strong here. And I do feel again that your person is coming here wanting to meet them, but that's what I want to say for those of you that are still going to be here. Okay, look what happened. I just noticed this, that the Nine of Cups moved over here. So this is a really strong message. When my cards travel, it is to bring new messages through that maybe would not have come through otherwise, or to validate a particular message. And this is validated that your person has come, I feel, to this point. That is a 9. That is things coming to fruition. Also, that attainment, I want to say to you, and that is what they've been looking for here in the Four of Swords. Just really contemplating their life and what it is they want in this separation, and realizing that that is you. That's coming through very strong as it's moved here into the top position in their naughty corner. I know that sounds wild. Okay, so I don't feel any need to bring in any more cards in terms of your main reading for clarity or validating a particular reading, new insights. I feel pretty clear about it. So we're going to move on to some oracle messages. Now, look, I was trying to make sure I picked up all the cards. This is being left behind. So this is yours. And it's not surprising at all. Can you hear me? Okay, so this is very much you. I want to remind you there is no gender in tarot. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine energies. I know all of you know that, but for those of you that did not, I just wanted to clarify that for you. But this is you, and this is you wanting to communicate with your person. That is really what you've been wanting. Again, indifferent, apathetic, not looking at their offering, which I do feel is coming. And that's mainly because of some mistrust, you feeling very hurt. I feel your heart was really very hurt because your emotional needs were not being met. And there are some trust issues. Something went on for some of you here because it comes through really strong that your person has a lot of regret a lot of remorse. That is tied to holding back emotionally and not telling you how they felt and just avoiding. I feel like your person is somebody or was somebody in the partnership that was just avoiding conversations at all costs, confrontations. So when you were trying to talk to them, they were not listening. That's what's coming through. So as your person comes here now, a little bit matured with a different idea, realizing what they want, are you still going to be there and are they going to hear you? Because you've been asking this for a long time. And I want to say to you, this is really the defining card I feel in this partnership. It is a 10, and that is a new cycle. That is the end of a cycle. It's the beginning of a new one. So I feel very much here. It's very emotional. Look, we see this. It's very clear in this particular message here that if your person hears you and the two of you are able to reconnect, see this with fresh eyes, have conversations, bond here, get that emotional connection, that emotional intimacy. And really, when I say back, I don't even mean back, I mean on another level, because I don't know that, I feel like that was an aspect of the partnership that was really lacking. Then yeah, this new cycle is going to be together, because that is really all, it's not all you want. But I have to say to you, in this reading, it's very strong that you don't feel heard and you don't feel like, yeah, your person has been holding back emotionally. There's a lot of emotions that have been repressed and not shared here, and a lot of hurt because of that. You really need to hear your person. You really need your person to hear you, and not just hear when you hear you. I say when you say this or that. I mean emotional intimacy. I mean connecting on another level. Feeling like your best friend. That's what I want to say to you. Okay, we're going to get I was going to get another one, and this was left behind. So that's how that's going to be. Okay, look. Your reading is, there's a lot of hope here. White rose of hope is just what you think. That's a 3. That's the divine. And that's really connecting. Look how interesting that this had moved, and I can just reach right up. Look at these together. This is also the divine, and that white feather is also symbolizing hope in this love. And that is also what we're seeing here in this white rose, quite literally being illuminated by the divine and the stars and the divine timing here. So there is a lot of hope in this partnership, guys, starting over again. And also what's coming through is finding the solutions that you need to find. It really is about communication and your person releasing what they have been holding back and you accepting that, and in turn saying what you need to say and being heard. The white rose of hope and the 4 of swords. Who would have thought that they would combine here in the way that they have? But this white rose really does symbolize new beginnings, hope, something beginning here. And for you, that is beginning again. It's a beautiful reading, I have to say. Okay, we're going to stop here, and I'm going to get into some channeled love messages. Taurus energy here in the selenite, a very high vibrational mineral. What does your person want to say to you? If you feel that you're sending a message and that's how it resonates for you, then please go with that. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, and I'm forever thankful to the universe for that. Flyer, which I need to get. It's hard to face the truth. Yeah, I think it has been, but I don't think that that is the case now. However, I have to say, again, I do feel that your person here has been avoiding conflict, and that's part of the holding back with the Strength card and the King of Cups here, of not wanting to. Yeah, what's interesting too is the more they held back and the more they didn't want to be honest or have conversations. Look, and this gets knocked right over. the more that they did that, the more your friendship also suffered. And actually, the more these little, sometimes little things got bigger. And that's because of the lack of emotional connection here. It got lost. And I don't know that it was ever super strong, but your bond is really strong. And that can get stronger with the emotional intimacy. And again, we can't change people, but people do strengthen their qualities. They do see things in different ways. And I do feel here that you can come together. I feel a lot of hope here, guys, a lot. That is hard. I do feel that coming through, and that's also connecting with that strength card of getting that courage, which I feel that they have in this time out in the Four of Swords, realizing what they want here in the Nine of Cups. And yeah, that is the strength card too, is really representing that, holding that back to the strength, gosh, that they practice to not feel emotions was pretty intense. Can you forgive me? It's a very specific message. I'm going to move these out of the way so I can take this spot. I feel like my chest will burst open. There's two here. Can you hear me whisper your name? Look at that. Wow. A lot of telepathy going on between the two of you. I think you know. If you don't know physically or have heard it from someone, what's going on, or your person moving toward you, you're feeling it energetically. Look, can you hear me? This is a message from your person. It can also be a validation of you sending this as well. For a lot of you, this is the conversation. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Whisper your name. That is your person here also. Wow, that is really strong. It's going to sound really funny, but it's like the duck saying, can you hear me? I'm here. I'm here. And you're saying, but are you here? Are you really here? Where have you been? And emotionally, where have you been? Can I trust you? Can my heart trust you? Is this going to be different? What happened? I want this connection here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to move this up and I'm going to keep it here together. Things are going to start getting covered, guys. My beloved, I just had a really weird throat chakra moment. Gemini, Virgo coming through. My beloved, sending that down. I'm going to move these out of the way because, yeah, this is being pushed off. Please forgive me. Did we already see this? No. Can you forgive me? Please forgive me. Wow. Okay. I love you. 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 And I love when this card comes down. I have not seen it in a really long time. That is your friend talking to you. That's your best friend sending that. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's wow. I just can't seem to get over you. Who's sending that? It's that Nine of Swords. Where you both have been, and your person. I just looked up. The camera happens a lot. I don't know where I was, but I just can't seem to get over you came down. And I was really feeling here in the partnership placement, your person coming through here with the Nine of Swords. A lot of regret and remorse for something. I dream about a future with you. That is that Knight of Cups, but it's also the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, excuse me, and the Nine of Cups. This is too many, but this fell upright, so it's yours. Our love is eternal. This is a very deep, soulful connection. Not everybody here is on twin flame journeys. If you're not, let that go. But for twin flames, here, you're here for sure. Also, I got to tell you, no matter what journey you're on, your person here in this reading is a soulmate. This is also yours. The longing for you never quiets. Just keep hitting that. What feels to me today for the two of you in this Page of Cups, it really is, yeah, it's kind of the friendship card. And what's really interesting too is this hair. Look, it looks a lot like waves. These cycles that have been going on with the two of you, also with your person. It's very emotional, very connected to that moon as well, which we see here, excuse me, I'm tongue-tied, in the Four of Swords, illuminating what their wishes are, what they want, which helped them to see this Nine of Cups, which we see here in that dandelion, also in that Page of Swords. It's, yeah, the friendship here, I feel is the strongest in this partnership. And it really is about going back in there and yeah, starting new. And just really appreciating each other, because I feel like your person, and reconnecting, because I feel like your person also, there was a lack of appreciation. They weren't really, yeah, seeing what they had here. And that's also why I feel you here as they come with their umbrella, a little duck, saying, here, let me protect you from the rain. And you're not looking. And that's a big reason why. This is hanging off. Yes, I think of you constantly. I miss you. That's clear. How many are here too? I never should have let you go. I'm going to try to take this space too. I am so sorry. That's the third apology here. I'm not sure what just happened there. This camera's driving me bonkers. Our love is eternal, we saw, moved this around, and we got, I never should have let you go, and I am so sorry. The longing for you never quiets. I miss you. I said a lot about them, but I don't know if it picked up. I'm not going to go backwards, but those are the messages coming through. You're my other half. There is that soulmate energy, which we know is here. And for those of you on a twin flame journey, and that's part of what was realized here in the Four of Swords. I am hiding my true feelings. Yes, eh? Yeah, we know that. They have been. We see that in the King of Cups and the Strength card. But we see that changing here in a really big way. But I understand why you're in that Four of Cups. These are both yours. I love you. There is another I love you on top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I love yous. Okay. Serendipity, how you came together and how this might be coming together again. Look at that. Do you miss me the way I miss you? All right, we're going to get another deck today. This is your messages from your person reading, and it's really that reading today. I've got to tell you, you know, I sit here and I do all my meditation and cleansing and clearing and preparing. And sometimes what I set out to do is not what comes through. It really goes where it wants to go. And this really is messages from your person. It's strong. It's all my fault. Where are we putting this? Right on top of the Page of Swords. Okay, we're going to get another deck here. More love. Wow, this just got knocked off my Infinity deck. Dreams. That's connected to the Nine of Cups, also that Page of Swords, holding on to that dandelion, making a wish for the grander scheme of things. That really is, yeah, just maturing and standing all those books and getting a bigger view on what it is they want for, yeah, the long haul here, and how they want to not be scared of that and their emotions. There it is. Okay, these just got pushed right off into my hand. They're yours. I cannot stand not talking to you. What you see online is a lie. I am not okay. Loved you yesterday. Love you still. Always have. Always will. I write messages that I never send. Did you notice I unsent a message? So they're also writing messages that they're unsending. Interesting. Yeah, that's your person here. Your person is that little duck in the Four of Cups. I got to tell you, when you feel my energy, it's because I'm thinking of you. These came off. I know you were giving more, and I'm so sorry. I want to talk, but I am afraid I still can't offer enough. That is completely a lot of what had been going on, and why they were in the Four of Swords, which I feel they might still be, but a lot of them have come out, is having problems just going deep, avoiding conflict, and also a little bit of that insecurity that we saw in the Nine of Swords there, of feeling like maybe they're not good enough. I'm sending you a message. There's a lot of that energy going on here. So that can be, it's a very strong indication that that's how they're going to come, that it's through a message. I will always love you. And this is the last. And then we're going to move on to your channeled song messages. I love you now until the end of time. Gosh, you guys, something to say song messages. Now, it can be your song between the two of you is coming through, a song of relevance for you, or something is coming through that, well, I can't even decipher, that is going to connect you with your person. You're going to know one word, a letter, location, an artist's name. There's always a sentiment behind a song as well. Regret, apologies. So watch for those signs for you. And if you ever feel you're sending the song, then go with that. This is your person speaking to you through music, regardless if you know the song or not. I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. You were meant for me, Jewel. These both just got pushed off. We are luck, we are fate. The golden state, fated connection, not surprising, also connected there with serendipity. And the golden state, hello to anyone in California. I'm so hard to handle. I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I've gone and lost the best baby that I've ever had. River Joni Mitchell. Yeah, that's real strong, that regret. It came through in the Nine of Swords in a very heavy way. They thought a lot about that in the Four of Swords. As they, yeah, here, lay on that moon and illuminate everything. Everything good, everything they feel maybe not so, but it just illuminates everything there. You can see it all. I was on the outside when you said you needed me. I was looking on at myself. I was blind, I could not see. You too, I will follow. Yeah, this is also another one of those. Whew, it's very goosebumpy because that is 100% here. What was going on, and it's very different now. How many are here? 3. Is that it? No? Yeah, that's the most I'll take. And I believe in love, and I know that you do too. And I believe in some kind of path that we can walk down, me and you, into my arms, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Scratching at the surface now, and I'm trying hard to work it out. And so much has gone misunderstood, and this mystery only leads to doubt. And I didn't understand when you reached down to take my hand. Say it to me now, Glenn answered. Yeah, gosh, things just really have changed a lot. For your person, I want to say their thoughts, how they're seeing things, realizations that they've had. Come a little bit closer. Hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. Harvest Moon, Neil Young. Connecting strangely to that Four of Swords and right here into that Four of Cups. And that card whispering into your ear. Can you hear me whispering into your ear? That is the duck here, guys. Your person being ready to talk, but are you still, yeah, your heart has been very hurt. These are the last 2 coming down. Then I'm going to get some totems. I'm going to get kind of a, I'm going to get, a true love reading card. We're going to use it like a table and put some totems down. All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? All of me. Billie Holiday sang this version, written by Gerald Marks and Seymour Simmons. By the way, she was the first person to sing that, but of course it's been covered by a lot of people. And I'm a coward, but then again, so are you. And the lion's roar has me evading, avoiding how they feel about you guys. Here it is, and hollering for you. So it's like at the same time, and I never really knew what to do. The Lion's Roar first aid kit. This is the strength card if I've ever seen it today, because this is your person who they've been holding back, how they feel about you, this emotional fear of confrontation, fear of their feelings, whatever's going on here, evading you, avoiding it, but at the same time really wanting to talk to you, wanting to tell you, and having the feelings. Okay, I'm going to get a true love reading card, just a moment. Okay, thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card, or cards as it may be. There we go. It's going to be your table. Okay, there's a lot here. I just got a lot. Initials, locations, EFU. Sometimes they can spell things out. M, Q, J. Wow, there's a lot here. I'm just going to have to go really fast because I was drawn to getting a really big handful. Oh my gosh. There's an S. Okay, did I get all? Is that another F? Okay, I think I've got all the letters. Now we're going to, let me take a look at these numbers and see if there are any angel messages. I do see 1. I see 2. Wow, there's, this is a really big draw. Okay, so this is not connected to an angel message. 8 can be locations, anniversaries. There's also a 5. And that's right. Okay, a 1 and a 7. I'm going to start here. 0, 0 at 1 with the Creator. And I really love this message for you today. Your guides are working at 1 with the Creator. We see that really strong connection to the divine, really all over the place in the card and the reading, excuse me. And strangely, such a strong connection also with the 4 of Swords. So I love that for you. Also, I want to tell you with these 3 threes, it is also about, well, magic unfolding here. And I really do feel that here, guys. And exploring really for both of you what you have to offer, which is a lot. There's a lot of promise here in this reading if you are able to get past the past and come back together in this friendship, back to the basics. I gotta say, seeing things new and having these really deep conversations that need to be had and being able to let some things go, some forgiveness here. Here are your angels again, and this love, hope, angels that comes through so strong here. I'm going to put them together. Where is that other card? It came through anyway. And wow, I can't wait to show you this. Okay. So here you are, look, needing to meet in the middle, this divine connection between the two of you, the bridge. What is that song? I think she passed away. Rest in peace to her. Is it Winona Judge or Naomi? That's the mother. Love can build a bridge. But that meeting in the middle here, and it can also be symbolizing quite literally some distance between you. But meeting in the middle, guys, that's strong. Here's the butterfly for the transformation that I feel is coming. And look, when a dolphin is coming into my readings, it's exactly what the Page of Cups really symbolized for you today. It's the friendship here. Your person really misses that. You had a lot of fun together. That's really strong. And look, the clouds really connecting in this entire reading here. Also in the Page of Swords, your person holding on to that dandelion in the clouds, here in the clouds, in the 4 of Swords, kind of everywhere, I gotta say, and that's another connection to the divine. And also moving, yeah, they are an illusion. They're gases. They dissipate. There are things that I feel emotionally that seems to be a really big theme here in this reading. And I do feel that they have moved out of the way. And interesting because, whoop, what was that? Okay, interesting because it's a mermaid and she has our back to us. Now, mermaids in folklore are saving drowning sailors. And it is time for you. Now, your person needs to step up. It's clear. They're trying to. And I understand why the hurt here in that 4 of Cups, but it's really completely necessary. You have your back to us, which is telling us what we already know, that you are apathetic and indifferent right now and hurt. I can't wait to show you this. And well, here's this as well. Look, this is also you. The kitty in combination here with the mermaid, which is you kind of having some protection. That's a little bit of that, I want to say Queen of Wands energy. And yeah, that's you kind of protecting yourself right now, guys. Here's what's really interesting. Look, it's a bone. And I'm hearing that terrible thing. It sounds funny to say it, but give a dog a bone. It is really your little duck here over whispering in your ear, saying, can I have another chance? I know, I'm hearing this kind of begging almost. Wow, because there are some trust issues, and that is connected to the dog bone, of course, which are generally loyal, but I feel the opposite. Here's the F for whatever has gone on. So here's what's interesting. It's a messenger, it's a bird. We already saw that. I'm sending you a message. So I do feel that's coming in. Your person is getting more confident. I've got to say, they also know what you are to them. We already know that. And also finding you really attractive is something that just came through. I know I don't usually talk about that. And look, here is the dog with the bone saying, yeah. Okay, interesting. And I want to show you this. Here is an anchor, and we saw the bridge here. And I got to say, that's connecting in a lot of ways, but this also, of course, is connecting to the ship that we see here in the King of Cups. And what does an anchor do? You go down, it goes really deep through the divine, through a lot of emotion, and it stops that ship from drifting away anymore. It just stops it so that you're able to figure out the direction that you want to go to, assess the weather, assess the situation. That is what's happening here. It's a form of safety. And yeah, that is, I really feel what's going on, making that decision. And here's the last few. I'm going to show you this now. Look, it's the lion. So that is what I feel like we've had a lot of confirmations here. Actually, we did with the Lion's War music card, of course, the Strength card, and now here comes the lion. Here's our little Leo energy, but also your person here trying to get the strength to show those emotions and that passion that they have been holding on to and holding back. That is a confirmation. And I want to show you this. Look, it's the little swan. Here in that Page of Cups, your person acknowledging that. Also that soulmate connection, which we know. And another confirmation of that. Look, both of them. Both here. For those, if you want a twin flame journey, you're here. Also, your person, regardless, for all of you, whether you're not or not, is a soulmate. It's real clear, and your person knows that. Your person knows about this connection. It's just very clear here because a lot of it is built also on a really solid friendship that I feel is really, for a lot of you, how it began. Okay, this is normally where I would end the reading and read the card, but I just realized I didn't do your love messages. So we're going to look at these, and then we're going to look at that. I am afraid to contact you, which is why they unsent messages and wrote messages that they didn't send, but it looks like they want to, and they will be. I am waiting for the right time. You are perfect. Whoa, do you see how this is coming out? You are my other half. There it is again. All right, guys. Yeah, so they're really wanting to send that message down. A lot of what you've talked about in the past. I am afraid you will reject me. That is the insecurity coming through. There's two here. My heart is yours. You are never far from my mind. We will be together again someday. My world changed when I met you. I'm sending you telepathic messages. We cleared that a long time ago for sure. Can you feel my love? I can. I can feel that. You are the love of my life. It's why you're so hurt. Because they were really holding back. A lot of that was immaturity, I have to say. I can't say that for everybody, that's all it was, but that was a big part of it. It's really hard living without you. In this reading today, you are my first thought when I wake up and last thought before sleep. Okay, these are the last two. I didn't get a chance to say last chance. You have changed me for the better. I feel your energy. I'm going to hold these up so you can look if you want to spell something out as well. Pause the video. Look, this landed in my hand. Your swan. I want to put that here. Okay, it's not going to stay there, but look, it's landed on that Page of Swords. They know what they want. Wow. Your reading has very much come full circle. Yeah, look, they're even holding the feather here. The maturity. That is 1000% what has been coming through with your person. The emotional maturity. Also standing on all those books here in that Page of Swords. Oh gosh, that's going to make me crazy. I'm just going to show you that instead. Look, standing on all those books. There's that feather. They're actually writing a letter with it. They're writing a letter with it, guys. I'm sending you a message. This is, wow. I feel very emotional for you. Wow. And yeah, it could be that this was the messages they unsent, the ones they're afraid to send, the one that they wrote and didn't send. But they also sent this down. I'm sending you a message. They figured out what they wanted here in this Four of Swords. They really figured out what they wanted here. Their biggest wish, you, that Nine of Cups, holding on to it here, and also in the Page of Swords, seeing the long term here. Holding on to that feather that was coming down from the divine, the really strong connection to spirit guides and angels, ancestors. They caught onto it. Having hope. Also that white rose. Where did that go? It's there buried. And they're using the feather to send you that message. Wow. Your reading is, yeah. I don't really feel like there's anything else to say here. I wish you well. Love, light, all things good. I really hope the best outcome for you. Remember always to trust yourself, your intuition, your gut instincts, your guardian angels, and use your free will. Always use your free will. Energies, outcomes, can, will, and do change. Everybody has free will. Please use your free will and trust yourself. That's all for today. I look forward to seeing you at your next reading or readings. Make sure you have your subscriptions on, or you're subscribed, your notifications on if you would like to know when I'm uploading. I will be continuing, kind of going back into the vault here at the Tarot Closet with your messages from your person that are for everybody who lands here, who needs this message, who it's for. I will be bringing them weekly again, sometimes more. So make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications on. All right, that's all. I'm leaving. I love you guys. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.